really care about us. Tell me what has become of my life. I have a wife and 2 children who love me. I am the victim of police brutality. No, I'm tired of being the victim of hate. Remember me, I'm a pride for God's sake. And then I gotta do the business prophecy. Set me free, skin-headed. Everybody gone past temperature. Beat me, hate me, you can never break me. Will me, thrill me, you can never kill me. Chew me, sue me, everybody do me. Kick me, kite me, don't jump like a bite me. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. Tell me what has become of my life. I have a wife and 2 children who love me. I am the victim of police brutality. No, I'm tired of being the victim of hate. Remember me, I'm a pride for God's sake. And then I gotta do the business prophecy. Set me free, skin-headed. Everybody gone past temperature. Beat me, hate me, you can never break me. Will me, thrill me, you can never kill me. Chew me, sue me, everybody do me. Kick me, kite me, don't jump like a bite me. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. All I wanna say is.
All right, everybody, welcome once again to the Ratfink Racing League on Tuesday night. My name is William Tiller. I am joined up here in the booth by Jacob Williams.
Drivers, start your engine!
Hi, boss man. Fellas, so have a good day today. Like I said, load all the fans, and thank you guys for coming out here. We got a great crowd today. Everybody listening at home. Stay home out there. Everybody enjoy the race. Get it all done all day long. Get ready to go. Good feeling about today, guys. Stay focused, be smart. You guys been doing a great job out there really on the outside. Like for nothing other than that, the rest of the race.
With short track racing here on a Tuesday night. And we are thundering and lightning into corner number 1 as this race kicks off officially. Oh no! Big impact to the 6 of Victor Etheridge in the top side. Tonight we are warm and toasty in Homestead, Miami Speedway, the 305. Ooh, you see damage and scrape that topside wall. It's time to go racing once again in the Ratfink Racing League as George Ross in the 79 takes us into corner number 1. Action starting to pick up here off of 2. Oh my goodness, as the machine comes off of 2. It's time for the Tuesday night Ratfink Racing League.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular upon spur, singing out, yeah, through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Hello and welcome to Sin City, Las Vegas Motor Speedway here in week number 3 of the Ratfink Racing Truck Series. Here tonight, I am William Tiller. Alongside me is co-commentator and lead producer here on the Ratfink Racing League YouTube network. And Jacob, this has been a crazy season so far. We were just talking about how it's been a different winner each week. Here tonight, it could be another winner mixed in with some of those newcomers we've been keeping an eye out on.
Yes, sir. No, week 1 was our notorious season 2 champion, Jordan Tross. And then last week at Texas Motor Speedway, we had Mr. W Energy himself, John Crosby, take that win last week. So this week it should be interesting to see who is going to end up getting that first place position, because depending upon, I think based off of what I saw from the timing board, and we'll see it here shortly whenever everyone starts rolling out on the grid, but I do feel like there was a lot of newcomers out front that qualified really well this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. And with John Crosby and Jordan Tross taking those two victories, we look at those tracks. Daytona, of course, is a track that everybody's familiar with. Texas, I would have to say, has the layout of a Charlotte. So again, another track that everybody's familiar with. Here tonight, Las Vegas, it is one of those tracks, Jacob, that kind of tricks everybody. You have these wide, long corners, kind of slanted straights here. It's a race that we're probably expecting a lot of cautions, a lot of mixing, maybe a lot of 3 wide racing here tonight as well.
Yeah, no, especially with how full the field is this evening. I want to say that we have about 38 trucks, 37, 38 trucks this evening. So definitely it's going to be a lot like last week at Texas Motor Speedway, where, it's going to be hard for especially us up in the booth tonight. We're kind of seeing the guys do their warm-up lap, but, we're going to see a lot of the guys out front battling for that first place spot. But then towards what we like to call the hornet's nest, towards the middle, towards the end, I mean, the field is fairly large this evening, so should be interesting to see a lot of battles even towards the middle and towards the back of the pack.
Yeah, we look at some of those names as they're wrapping up warm-ups right now. Of course, Jordan Tross was a winner so far. John Crosby, a name that you mentioned. Again, we're also waiting for Jesse Gordon to break through in that Batmobile. Keep an eye out on Brandon Hinton. Some of those new names to watch out for. Tanner Honeycutt looks fast here in practice so far. Anthony Harden, a veteran. Zach Lovelace also with some fast speeds here in these practice runs. But it looks like Jacob practice is all wrapped up as we're ready to rock and roll here in Sin City as the starting grid is ready to go. Rolling off in row number 1 in the pole position will be Dakota Reeder with Paul White in second. Row number 2 is going to feature Colton Miller and Tanner Honeycutt. Looking at row number 3, we're going to feature Jesse Gordon, that Batmobile that I mentioned, and Ryan Godfrey. Row number 4 is going to have Tom Ringer, Mr. Consistency, and Jordan Tross. Row number 5 in our top 10 will be Will Weber and that 5 truck, Brandon Hinton. Take it away, Jacob.
In row number 6, we have Brandon Schumann and Anthony Harden, excuse me. Row number 7, Justin Clapper and Thomas Wynn. Row number 8, John Crosby and Stephen Prosser. Row number 9, Todd Perrant and Justin Carey. In row number 10, we have Cody Deek and Colton Jackson. In row number 11, we have Tyler Waltz and Tony Burleson. In row number 12, we have Jeffrey Goodpaster and Zachary Wynn. In row 13, we have Keith Vaughn and Ismael Lopez. Row 14, Derek Underwood and Zach Lovelace. Row 15, Mr. White Lightning himself, Victor Etheridge and Sean Dion. In row 16, Gary Wright and Jonathan Burt. Row 17, we have Tyler Jones and David Lewis. Row 18, we have David Bersecki and Brian Sousa. In row 19, we have Brent Thompson, and that will round it out for the end of our grid.
Well, here we go. 120 laps, week number 3. As if this is your first race joining us, there are no fast repairs for the drivers. There are only 2 attempts at that green, white, checkered. After that, the race is decided. Only 3 sets of tires in the garage as well. Keep that in mind at a low side racetrack like Las Vegas. But as the pace lights are off of the pace truck and we come around that last corner, Jacob, any early favorites you're keeping an eye out on?
No, and we're going to have we should have a parade lap at that point, but no race favorites at this point. No, green is underway. Take it away, Will.
There we go. As we are racing, as they just cross that start-finish line, Dakota Reader, Paul White get things moving and grooving into 1 and 2. Dakota Reader on the low side of the racetrack. Paul White just a little bit on the high side. Right behind them, Colton Miller, Jesse Gordon on the low side. Side by side for that top position down the backstretch so far. Colton Miller on the 93, giving the 85 just a little bit of a bump into the corner.
Ooh,
the rest
3 wide.
of the field pretty fanned out as we come off of 4.
Yeah, 3 wide right there. Justin Clapper into the side of Brandon Hinton. Oh, man.
Big pile up on that front stretch. You called it, Jacob.
Oh.
Brandon Hinton. Looks like Tom Ringer's involved. Justin Carey. Oh, my goodness. Is that Thomas Wynn involved in that 72?
Oh, what a early way to start this already. Let's run it back really quick.
No, that's Zachary Wynn.
Well, this is actually towards the back of the pack. You got Ishmael Lopez and Victor Etheridge. Ishmael gets a little loose. And then let's work our way up towards the front with Tom Ringer.
That's Sean Dion in that 3. Let's see. Just coming off. Looks like just coming off of the first set of 3 and 4.
Oh, just comes up just a little bit. Clips Brandon Hinton. And then Brandon Hinton gets into the side of Tom Ringer.
Schumann involved as well. And we're talking about the 63 of Justin Clapper gets loose just on the apex. It looks like they're Jacob of 3 and 4. Just tried to go 3 wide. Just maybe didn't like the air coming off that corner and just basically got loose all by himself. You can see him there with that little bit of a wiggle just on the exit of the corner. Yeah, see, he's already kind of fighting that truck just a little bit. You'll see him. He'll try to shoot this coming off the corner 3 wide.
Comes up a little bit and make sure he doesn't hit Tom Ringer, and he just clips Brandon Hinton. Gets a little sideways.
Early wreck here at Las Vegas as we're live watching this replay. It's happened, I would have to say, just in the middle of the pack. A lot of trucks already with heavy damage. No fast repairs here in this series. So if you're just tuning in, seeing your favorite driver on the screen here, it may not be good news. Oof, that's rough. Just we hadn't even crossed that start-finish line to complete that first lap. Caution flag waves for the first time.
Man, that's unfortunate. That's tough.
You see some of those trucks come off a pit road there.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, didn't even make it across the start-finish line. I mean, to go into lap 2. So now it's just, hopefully everyone can, with the first caution of the night, being on lap 1. Hopefully this kind of, sets the tone for the rest of the evening. Let's just kind of just relax for a second and just kind of give everyone each other, the room that's needed. And then hopefully we can keep it clean for the rest of the night.
Absolutely. Gives everybody that chance as well to go ahead and like and subscribe to the RFRL League YouTube page. Go ahead and get some snacks, whatever, drink some coffee, energy drink, whatever you're going to need. You have a little bit of a break right now. Pace lights are off of the pace truck as we head into 3 and 4. No change in the top 10. Maybe a couple movers. Dakota Reeder, Paul White, Colton Miller, Jesse Gordon, Ryan Godfrey, Tanner Honeycutt, Jordan Tross, Justin Clapper, Anthony Harden, and John Crosby now inside that top 10. As we wait for the pace truck to pull off here, corner number 4. Looks like we're going to go around. Here we go. It's going to be Paul White, Dakota Reeder here on this restart. Let's try this again through the restart zone across the start-finish line. We're racing once again into 1 and 2.
Ooh, Jesse Gordon right there on the backside of freaking Dakota Reeder. Ooh. I mean, giving him the little push off the start-finish line. And then you got Colton Miller right there on the inside of Jesse Gordon.
Heading into 3 and 4 right now. Paul White leads that beautiful shot here down the backstretch. Early speed here. This is where we had that first caution before, as we already see a little bit of a wiggle.
3 wide right there. Between, what is that?
Still clean.
Yeah, Victor Etheridge and Zach Lovelace and the 55 of Derek Underwood.
On the low side of the racetrack right there. I believe that is the 6 Victor Etheridge in a Minecraft paint scheme here tonight.
It was indeed. Not White Lightning this evening, but White Lightning in our hearts.
Exactly. I think I'm a little bit of an age out of any Minecraft references. Maybe you can help. Oh my goodness, as we see a couple trucks get loose just ahead of these guys. Caution is out once again. Second caution of the night happened just ahead of that pack. Caution flag waves once again here tonight as we check out this replay. We were just keeping an eye out on the Minecraft machine of Victor Etheridge.
Let's see here.
Well, watch the 11 of Jonathan Burt, was just on the low side. Checking out this replay here. Victor Etheridge was coming off of 4.
Ooh, gets a little loose on that backside and just clips Jonathan Burt right there.
He was Tokyo drifting off of 4. He was completely sideways.
Yeah, clips, and then Jonathan Burt hits Derek Underwood, the 62. Or is it the 92 of David Bersecki? Keith Vaughn makes it out.
Victor Etheridge makes it out of that as well. No damage to the 6, but heavy damage to the 11. Victor Etheridge keeps it moving there down the backstretch. Man, early 2 cautions here tonight. Once again, that may retire the 11 of Jonathan Burt. That's going to be some heavy damage to the 11. Man, under caution here for the second time here live on the Ratfink Racing League YouTube page. This is week number 3 here in Las Vegas. We were just checking out a replay of what happened there on that second caution. As now we already have early takers down pit road, I suppose. You might as well head down here, Jacob. You don't know when that caution flag may wave again. As we have some, we already have some guys already retired out of this race as well.
Yeah, it's looking like at this point we have Brandon Schumann out, Brandon Hinton out. But right now, Tom Ringer and Tyler Waltz in the pits, so we'll see if Tom can end up making the repairs needed to get back out on track, and same thing for Tyler Waltz and the rest of everyone that was caught up in to those in the caution just a second ago.
No change again in the lead as Paul White continues the lead here live in Las Vegas. Dakota Reeder, Jesse Gordon, Colton Miller, Ryan Godfrey, Tanner Honeycutt, Anthony Harden, John Crosby, Cody Deek, and now Zach Lovelace inside of the top 10 there in that 00. He's actually up 18 spots since the drop of the green flag. Maybe through all those cautions gained some positions there, but great racing so far out of Zach. Jacob, as we've watched this season so far, this is week number 3. Last season, it started off with back-to-back victories. We saw Ryan Philbrick pick up back-to-back victories. Of course, John Crosby went back-to-back. There was a couple back-to-backs as well by Jordan Tross. Only a couple guys did that last year here early on in this season, it looks as though we're going to have different winners each week. It's going to be more difficult to get those back-to-backs.
Yeah, no, especially with how big the field is now. Whenever season 2 started, I want to say we really only had about anywhere between 25, maybe 25 to 28 truck field. Now, it's a consistent 30 to, the past 2 races we had 43 drivers. So yes, no, the field is a lot more competitive this season. So it's going to make it a lot more difficult to have back-to-backs. But I would say the one person that I could see possibly getting back-to-back, no, I take this back, 2 people would be Dakota Reeder and Jordan Trost. Maybe Jesse Gordon, if he can keep out of the chaos and the trouble that I like to call it. But those 2 guys would be the 2 that I could see getting a back-to-back win.
Pace lights are off of the pace truck as we head into the last set of corners. And I like that analogy there, Jacob, of gambling or betting on somebody here in Sin City. And I have to agree with you. I'd put my money on that 1-0 of Jesse Gordon. We're just kind of waiting for him to break through, consistently running in the podium positions. Here tonight, shown early speed. We'll watch, though, here on this restart. We're going to try this again, as it will be Paul White, Dakota Reeder through the restart zone. Paul White with a great jump on the low side of the racetrack as we head into 1 and 2, as now we're side by side for second into the first corner.
Man, Jesse he is always he knows how to, just get a huge jump out the gate on restarts, and it benefits him so much, and it always allows him to stay towards the front. Ooh, Colton Miller right there having to check up on Dakota Reeder, almost got into the backside of him.
Yeah, Dakota Reeder on the low side of the racetrack there in that 85. We're single file 1, 2, 3, 4 on the racetrack. Here comes John Crosby in that 73. He's to the low side. Getting around the 7 of Tanner Honeycutt there into the corner. Colton Miller in that 93 Dodge Ram pickup truck looking like Purple Thunder, Purple Rain, as we're off of the corner now. Single file once again on the backstretch.
And then you have Victor Etheridge right there, and then Cody Deek on the high side, Anthony Harden in front of them, and Ryan Godfrey in front of Victor Etheridge. Going side by side, coming through 3 and 4, out of 4 right now. Ooh, Victor Etheridge getting loose again right there, coming out of 4. Man, that's going to be his nemesis this evening.
That is where you go bankrupt.
Oh,
that
3 wide
will
right
take
there.
all your money. Oh my goodness, as Cody Deek is in that hornet's nest as well. Great shot here as we come running off of 2 down the backstretch as Paul White continues to lead into 3 and 4. A lot of moving and grooving inside of the grid into 3 and 4. A lot of antsy drivers. Keep an eye out on that grid. Zach Lovelace, now our biggest mover, up 20 spots. That 0-0 up to 8th. Keep an eye out on Jordan Trost, though. He's to the low side of the racetrack. He's trying to move up some spots as well. Got into some early trouble. And last week's race here tonight finds himself behind the 8 ball once again. He's all the way down in the 16th position, Jacob, as we're down the backstretch.
Yeah, and typically that's not normal for Jordan, but I could see Jordan wanting to essentially save tires, save fuel, and maybe work his way through the field towards the backstretch of the race, especially if we're going to continue to have cautions, the way that we've already had. But we'll end up seeing how that strategy plays out for him.
Early on in this race, it looks like we're going to stay clean here for just a moment, as drivers continue to stay single file into 3 and 4 inside of that top 5. Colton Miller to the low side. Ooh. There goes Anthony Harden. Oh my goodness, as though battle for 4th off of 4.
Man, it feels like everyone's getting a little squirrely, getting a little loose, and we really haven't even been out super long, lap 16 of 120. What the guys were telling me, fuel window is anywhere between 36 to 40 laps, and so I'm calling it, roughly 38 laps, give or take how hard you're pushing it. So, the guys, they still have semi-fresh tires, especially with the cautions that we've had.
Just about 16 laps into this race, we see now a battle between Dakota Reeder and Anthony Harden. That's for 3rd. They were side by side momentarily. They're now single file on the racetrack. We have a battle just outside. Ooh, look at that battle right there. Colton Miller gets squeezed just above the 77 there, Jacob, as we're off of 2. They'll go side by side. Colton Miller with a huge run off of 2.
Yeah, no, Colton Miller is roughly a little bit of a checkup at that point. Colton Miller is, he down one position, started in 3rd, but I mean, he's staying in the front running, the top 5. So, wouldn't necessarily count him out at this given moment.
As we see now coming off of 4, checking out some other guys within the grid. That is a hard pass there off of 2. Now into 3 and 4. We continue to go. Ishmael Lopez, he is moving up to 15th. Just saw that move. 53 of David Lewis. He's up to 17th as well. As, boy, this is just some Hornet's Nest racing here across those dice into 1 and 2. The battle rages on.
Kind of check back real quick. Todd Perrant rocking the... Huh. That's a interesting paint scheme. Todd.
That is very, very interesting. Whoa. As just in front of that 69, there was some battling going on. There might be another caution that's brewing just ahead of these guys. This is back in the 20th, 21st, and 22nd position. Jeffrey Goodpaster back here as well in that 16th spot. Colton Jackson there in that 28 truck. Down the backstretch here, we're starting to see just a little bit of a separation from this pack in that first pack on the racetrack. A lot of separation there between those 2 groups, Jacob.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like, I don't want to say we're starting to get single file, but slowly but surely we kind of are getting single file.
As the longest run of the race so far continues on. 2 early cautions in this race. Looks as though the drivers have settled into this pace. 120 laps here at Las Vegas. Gonna ride on board with the 73 machine of John Crosby, Mr. W Energy himself. Already has a victory so far this season. As we watch, we're gonna ride on board with him into 1 and 2.
Ooh.
Whoa, as we watch that happen live.
Going through
the
water there.
73 is, oh my goodness, made me nervous behind the wheel. I don't know how he kept his cool, as the 73 is up to 7th now, trying to get back-to-back wins here tonight.
Yeah, no, you had Tom Ringer a few laps down at that point, roughly 3, and the guys. Ooh, Cody Deek almost into the backside of Victor Etheridge right there to our left. Man, and then you got Will Weber right now. Ooh, getting a little loose. Tony Burleson almost took the air out from underneath him.
That is a tough corner here tonight. Now 1 and 2. Cody Deek gets squeezed up the racetrack. Just ahead of them, there's Victor Etheridge. Tony Burleson, and that 97 continues to stay on the backside of that 40. Here comes Colton Jackson in that 23. We might have a bit of a battle brewing here into the corner.
Yeah, no, Colton Jackson right there. Tony Burleson, Will Weber on the lower side, Cody Deek out front, and then Victor Etheridge right there. Shocked that Victor is currently in the 11th position. Right now up. Actually, he's up 18 spots from where he originally started.
Currently battling with Zach Lovelace for that biggest mover of the race, who continues to move up the grid. now up to 7th, up 21 positions since the drop of the green flag. Zach Lovelace, one of those newcomers. I mentioned it as we started this broadcast here tonight to keep an eye out on some of those new names to break through. It could be that 00 of Zach Lovelace as we're 26 laps into the Sin City into 1 and 2.
Then when Jesse Gordon out front, and then you got Colton Miller right there behind him, about 0.3 of a second away from Jesse Gordon. So it'll be interesting to see if Colton's going to be able to pick up the pace to catch up to Jesse.
So I think my parlay is not doing so great right now, Jacob. I was over under 6.5 cautions, only 2 so far. There's still a long way to go, but my race pick is doing great so far. Jesse Gordon leads the way, but Colton Miller in that 93, he's done a great job as well, working through that top 10, working through that top 5. He's felt some pressures from some of those big dogs within that pack. Now finds himself into second, but maybe some tire wear starting to creep into these trucks just a little bit, as we saw some guys go very heavy into that top side wall.
Yeah, no, it's we're on lap 27 of 120, and we'll pull up the pit stop stats to see, Jesse, Colton, Dakota, Paul, John, and Anthony Harden. They really haven't, taken any tires, any fuel. They haven't gone into the pits, but same thing right there. Position number 7, Jordan Tross. 19 laps since he pit, and he grabbed fuel. Back there in the back, Zach Lovelace and Anthony Harden going 3 wide. Hopefully they keep it clean.
Wow, what a battle into 3 and 4. That's just to stay inside of the top 10. Anthony Harden down there in that 8th position. Jordan Tross in the mix as well in that 79. Haven't really called his name out a lot. Just lying in waiting here tonight. You saw his name on that overlay as well as to when he pit. Jordan Tross, he has some of the freshest tires on the racetrack right now, Jacob. While everybody else heads down pit road, he could stay out for a while.
Yeah, no, and then you got Ryan Godfrey right there on the backside of him. Hopefully he doesn't take the air out from underneath him. A little bit of a checkup from Anthony Harden right there. Jordan Tross having to go to the low side. Zach Lovelace still out front, side by side coming out of 4, about to go down the front stretch.
Whoa, bit of a slice and dice there across that start finish line. These guys are not letting up, as now there's a battle side by side. Jordan Tross on the low side of these guys. He moves up to 7th. Godfrey right there. Anthony Harden, Tanner Honeycutt. He'll book into the top 10 just outside of these guys in that 7 truck. Then you see a bit of a separation. There's Etheridge just outside of these guys, just losing this draft. Oh, no, as the 00 now heads to the low side of the racetrack. That's Godfrey, Honeycutt, Anthony Harden, Tross, Lovelace still all go at it right now. Oh, my goodness. Can't keep track of who's losing and who's gaining right now, as Anthony Harden now moves up to 8th.
Yeah, no, that was Tanner Honeycutt having to check up just a touch. We'll kind of go back towards the front and check in with Colton and Jesse Gordon. Colton is still 0.3 of a second off of Jesse Gordon, but then he has Dakota Reeder on the backside of him, about 0.2, closing that gap slowly but surely. We'll see if Colton will be able to keep the pace.
Yeah, while all this goes on, Jesse Gordon creeps towards some lap trucks in the field. Colton Miller on the low side, Dakota Reeder in that 3rd position. As we get around Zachary Wynn in that 72, had some early issues here in this race. We'll watch the rest of the field get around that 72, down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Very clean here in this run, no caution just yet. I'd have to say, though, Jacob, that maybe green flag pit stops right around the corner for these guys, as we're starting to see some trucks get very loose.
Yeah, a little door banging action between Zach Lovelace and Jordan Tross. It looked like Zach had just gotten a little loose going through the tri-oval. We'll see Jordan makes that pass on the bottom side, coming through 1 and 2, coming out of 2 down the backstretch. Ooh, and Zach Lovelace kind of having a hard time on corner exit. Just getting a little loose right there.
Yeah, into 3 and 4. Jordan Tross just looks like a man on a mission now on the back bumper of the 73 of John Crosby. As mentioned, he has some of the freshest tires in the field right now. He did head down pit road. That put him all the way back, I would have to say, in about the 22nd or 23rd position. Now, he'll just make easy work of the 73 as he'll go to the low side. Jordan Tross now inside of the top 5 as he throws that tail in front of the 73 into 3 and 4. Right behind him, there's Honeycutt and Lovelace. They'll go side by side, stay inside this top 10, 35 laps into the race so far. Just seems as though it's another one of those races, Jacob, where it is high action, high octane from the drop of the green flag, as now Dakota Reader takes that spot from the 93. This is for a second. Now the 93 goes to the low side. They'll go side by side down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Great shot here of that Dodge Ram and that Chevy Silverado going side by side for second, as Dakota Reader will step down on the gas pedal and take that spot away as the 85 up to second into 3 and 4.
Colton Miller still in third, where he had qualified. But I think he has the pace to be able to battle Dakota at this point. But now we're on lap 36 of 120, so it'd be interested to see when these guys are going to start entering the pits at that point.
Colton Miller starting to feel a little bit of pressure from behind him. That's Paul White in that 25, trying to get back up to where he began. Lost a couple positions there as we cross that start-finish line. Into 1 and 2, Jesse Gordon continues to lead the way.
Colton Miller into the wall right there.
We'll see if he loses any speed here with Paul White still right behind him. As they're down the backstretch, we'll see what group heads down pit road first, who's part of that second group. Remember, Jordan Tross can stay out as long as they're not a caution flag. He can continue to stay out on the racetrack. As we continue to move here across that start-finish line, make it lap 38 into 1 and 2.
Ooh, be interested to see how it all shakes out. I mean, because again, we'll pull this up really quick, but we haven't done any stops. And with the cautions, they probably allowed a little bit of fuel saving. So maybe we're looking at lap 40, 41. Definitely be interested to see who enters the pits first.
It looks like Jacob right there in that 85, as we're watching live here on YouTube, maybe checked up just a little bit there, thought about making a move on that 10 of Jesse Gordon. Here comes the 93 of Colton Miller. He'll waste no time to get back on the back bumper of the 85, but it looks like maybe the 85 is just maybe holding back just a little bit of a tire saving action, fuel saving action out of the 85. Comfortable where he's at, doesn't want to press the issue early on.
Yeah, no, I don't think. Dakota knows how to definitely save fuel, but I feel like maybe he is kind of burnt up his tires because he's kind of running that high side, and it looks like he's a little tighter than what he would probably want to be. But we'll see. It's definitely going to be the first stint, so everyone at this point is going to end up pitting at the same time.
Yeah, Colton Miller right on the back bumper of the 85. Now here comes Paul White. He thinks about a move to the inside of Colton Miller in that 93, inside of that top 5. Looks like Paul White's going to ease off that pass for right now. We'll check back in. That's Brent Thompson there in that 45.
Ooh.
Caution's out. Third caution of the night. Caution flag waves as we were checking out the 45 machine of Brett Thompson. Looks like this is going to happen just in the entry of 1 and 2. This is going to allow essentially the whole field to head down.
I wonder what happened here. I'm not showing anything. Let's see if Ishmael Lopez got. No. I'm not showing anything on my end.
I think it may have happened on the backstretch there into 3 and 4. There's some smoke as we were keeping an eye out on the 45 of Brett Thompson. There was some smoke on the racetrack. Check it out here as the caution flag waves for the third time here tonight. And it does look like Ishmael Lopez in that 16. He'll be involved. Justin Carey.
I don't know.
Something with Pit Road in the 16. Either way, that's going to bring out the caution for the third time here tonight as the leaders do head down pit road. Jesse Gordon, Dakota Reeder, Colton Miller, Paul White, John Crosby, Tanner Honeycutt, Godfrey, Harden, Will Weber, Cody Deek. As we watch this reshuffling of the grid, we might have to check in with the 79 truck of Jordan Tross here, Jacob. I'm showing him registered down in the 29th position. He is the last truck currently on the lead lap. That's Jordan Tross in that 79 down to 30th now currently on the racetrack. Last truck on the lead lap. He may have been involved in that last caution. As we watch the field exit pit road here, we're going to keep an eye out on one of the race favorites here tonight, Jordan Tross in that 79.
Well, let's see here. Where is Mr. Jordan? Yeah, it shows that he is out currently.
So we're live here on a Tuesday night. Under caution for the third time. And I believe it may have involved one of our race favorites here tonight, Jordan Tross, who has a victory here this season already. He was up in that lead group of trucks. The caution flag waved as we were sort of bouncing through the field. Now it shows him down in the 31st position out of this race. So he has retired, taking that truck to the garage. We will give you an update on that as soon as possible. Jordan Tross, the 79, out of this race, Jacob. So a huge development here tonight, as now that makes Dakota Reeder our race leader.
Yeah, no, I think Jordan had some connectivity issues because I don't even see him on my event board. I don't even show him entering the pit. So I think Jordan might have DC'd, which would be disconnected at that point. And now Pace Truck is in.
Yes, sir. Let's rock and roll. Jesse Gordon, Dakota Reeder, Colt Miller, Paul White, John Crosby, Zach Lovelace, Tanner Honeycutt, Keith Vaughn, Anthony Harden, Ryan Godfrey, our top 10. Jesse Gordon in that Batmobile takes us into 1 and 2. Dakota Reeder will follow suit just behind him. They'll go side by side for third. Colt Miller, Paul White, side by side off of 2.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Colton Miller hitting, going a little door-to-door with Paul White right there. John Crosby having to check up just a touch. Ooh, Colton Miller getting a little squirrely. Coming out.
Who's that? Who's that in front of the leaders? Oh, my goodness. Watch out now as the field comes thundering by a lap truck.
Tyler Waltz.
Wow. Who was that, Jacob? That was crazy. That could have been disastrous for the whole field.
That was Tyler Waltz at that point. Ooh, Anthony Harden up into the wall.
Wow. For Tyler Waltz, too. I would have been very nervous to see the field come thundering by me like that. The entire field came right up on him, but there goes Jesse Gordon to the low side of Dakota Reeder. No, follows right back behind that back bumper. Now into 1 and 2. There's the 00 of Lovelace, who has been comfortable inside of the top 10 all race long. He has John Crosby to the low side. There's Keith Vaughn as well. Here we go, Jacob. Off of the corner, Dakota Reeder, Jesse Gordon. They'll go side by side for the race lead into 3 and 4.
Looked like a little door-to-door action between Dakota and Jesse entering 3, coming through 4.
Whoa!
Coming out of 4, excuse me.
What a move out of the Batmobile of Jesse Gordon to throw that tail in front of the 85. The 85 says, okay, watch me now. As he goes to the low side, the 85 now will go door to door with a 1-0 off of 2. Battle for the lead. Keep it clean. Oh my goodness, they are racing, Jacob. This is what we like to see into 3 and 4.
Ooh, Dakota is not going out without a fight. He is giving, hopefully they keep it clean. But he is giving Jesse everything that he's got.
Ooh, this is some racing here on a Tuesday night. Into 1 and 2, Jesse Gordon again will try that fender. He'll go back to the low side. Dakota Reader to the high side. Side by side off of 2. This continues again down the backstretch, side by side. Colt Miller, Paul White have courtside seats to what's going on. Again, side by side into 3 and 4. They'll continue this dance here in Sin City off of 4. Jesse Gordon will clear for now. There goes Dakota Reader once again to the low side. A little action across the start finish line into 1 and 2 side by side. They continue into the corner.
Ooh, Paul White right there on the backside of Dakota as well. Going to try and make the pass on the outside, coming through 3 and 4. See if he gets the pace that he needs. Coming out of 4, about to go down the front stretch. Jesse Gordon still out front, and he's going to make that pass on Dakota Reader. Then right behind Dakota, you got Colton Miller about to capitalize on Dakota as well. Wondering if Dakota is having any issues at this moment.
I think all Paul White had to do is just get that VIP invite to the club, and he was in for the party. Just move Dakota Reader out of there. Here comes Colton Miller. He finds a little bit of an Emperor's New Groove into 3 and 4, right at that back bumper of Paul White. Jesse Gordon is probably watching this all from his rear view. Jacob just loving what he likes to see. That created that separation between him and the 85 that he really needed to get out in that clean air.
Yeah, no, and right now we're kind of going single file, through 1 and 2. We'll kind of check back in towards the middle of the pack. We'll check in with Thomas Wynn. John Crosby right there on the backside of Thomas Wynn, seeing if he's going to be able to make that pass. Looks like he's going to pass though on the inside. Almost looked like he had to check up just a touch. Looked like he was about to wash up into Thomas coming through 3 and 4.
Yeah, this is just inside of that top 10. Tanner Honeycutt's right there in that 7. David Lewis, one of our biggest movers of the race, is in that 15th position, just outside of these guys. He has kept it clean here tonight. Jeffrey Goodpasser in that 14th position. Colton Jackson in that 28 in that 13th spot, just behind these guys. As we continue into 3 and 4, halfway right around the corner, as now we continue to see some of these 3 wide battles start to brew back up here in Sin City.
Ooh, almost going 3 wide right there in the back between, I want to say that is David Bersecki. Went a little too far back. No, I think that's Sheffield Goodpasture and Colton Jackson.
As we look at, Jeffrey Goodpasture down in that 14th spot. Gary Wright is moving here tonight up to 18th. Ishmael Lopez in the 16. He finds himself trying to make some moves here. He is up to 17th. Of course, that 16 was involved, I think, in that pit road caution, got caught up in that. We're keeping an eye out on that 28 of Colton Jackson, Jeffrey Goodpasture. They battle it out inside of that top 15.
No, and then you have Dakota Reader has fell to the 6th position, and then right there behind him you have Ryan Godfrey, Thomas Wynn, John Crosby, and then Keith Vaughn as well, kind of battling it out going down the front stretch, about to enter 1 and 2.
Yeah, one name I'm keeping an eye out on as we'll ride on board here. Good run from the 73 of John Crosby, getting around right here. This is Thomas Wynn that we're riding on board there with the 71. I'm watching Zach Lovelace in that 00, Jacob, with all this moving, all these cautions we've had here tonight. Oh, talk about cautions. 4th caution of the night. Now waves. Here it comes.
Oh, man, you spoke a little too soon, and I'm showing Cody Deek. Let's run it back and see what happened back there in the back. Oh, him and David Bersecki. Looked like David ended up going up and Cody came down just a touch.
Back there with Ishmael Lopez as well.
Oh, yeah. He got it kind of stuck to Ishmael. See if he, just rams the back of the truck against that lower wall.
It looks like the 16 may have been loose there. It already maybe brushed that wall on the entry of 1 and 2. We'll watch here, Jacob. Looks like he's just going to overdrive this corner right into the wall. He's going to try to force it back down. That's tough.
Yeah, I think, I mean, to me, it looks like a racing incident, unfortunately. There's nowhere for Ishmael to go. Cody looked like he kind of came up just a touch. And then they kind of rubbed doors. And then David right here, actually, David ended up washing up into Cody at that point as Cody was slightly coming down. And then David, unfortunately, got Cody Deke turned.
Cody Deke with a hard impact on the backstretch as now the field heads down pit road. Would have to assume this is a good reset here for this last run until probably maybe about 20-25 laps to go. I'd have to assume there, Jacob. And then we'll probably see some splash and goes, quick pit stops there at the end of this race. There'll probably be another caution. Remember, only 2 attempts at that overtime if it comes to that. But we are under caution for the 4th time here tonight live from Las Vegas as we'll step aside for our first break of the evening. We'll be right back for the restart here in Sin City.
When the days are cold and the cards all fold and the saints we see are all made of gold. When your dreams all fail and the ones we hail are the worst of all and the bloods run stale. I wanna hide the truth, I wanna shelter you, but with the beast inside, there's nowhere we can hide. No matter what we breed, we still are made of greed. This is my kingdom come, this is my kingdom come. When you feel my heat, look into my eyes, it's where my demons hide, it's where my demons hide. Don't get too close, it's dark inside, it's where my demons hide, it's where my demons hide. When the days are cold and the cards all fold and the saints we see are all made of gold. When your dreams all fail and the ones we hail are the worst of all and the bloods run stale. I wanna hide the truth, I wanna shelter you, but with the beast inside, there's nowhere we can hide. No matter what we breed, we still are made of greed. This is my kingdom come, this is my kingdom come.
Back here live, just about to get things going here. Once again, Jesse Gordon, Colt Miller will take us off of that restart zone across that start finish line. Into 1 and 2 we go as we're already 3 wide on that restart. Batmobile continues to lead, though, now to the low side of the racetrack. Their battles for 3rd. That's Colton Miller, Paul White. They'll go side by side for 3rd off of 2. Anthony Harden looks to get squeezed there into 3 and 4.
I think Anthony Harden ended up getting a little airborne back there in the back. I'm shocked a caution has not been called.
No caution yet here on the racetrack as now we're there it is. There it is. As our co-commentator was keeping an eye out on that, Anthony Harden appeared to go airborne here in Las Vegas. This is not the grounds to be going airborne. That is the other track here in Vegas.
Yeah, it wasn't Anthony Harden. Let's see here. Ooh. The 50.
Ooh, Colton Jackson.
Yeah, the 53 of David Lewis. Okay.
It's Anthony Harden. It did look as
Okay,
though they were
so-
getting squeezed off the corner there a bit.
Yeah, okay, so. Oh.
Mm.
Oh, he did get
Oh.
airborne. And he saved it. Okay, that's a little crazy.
Doing a little monster jam racing here in the Sin City. Goes up on 2 wheels, puts that truck right back down. Saves it. Watch as we ride on board. There we go. Yeah. Like a lion. You're just landing on all 4. There we go. Great move.
And then you got David Lewis back there in the back. Him and Colton Jackson. Woo. Almost gets Brian Sousa coming down pit road right there.
As I don't think Sin City's going to be as fun as a place as some of these guys wished it would have been here this week. Week number 3 of the truck series. A lot of these guys probably just want to throw everything in the hauler and get out of this racetrack. Looking at some early retirees, Brandon Hitton's usually one of those names to watch out for. Tom Ringer has retired from this race. We talked about the issues that Jordan Tross had, no fault of his own there in that 79. Tyler Jones is out of this race. David Lewis, we just saw get tied up. Tyler Waltz has had his issues here tonight.
Oh.
Multiple laps down. Brian Sousa as well. Justin Carey is one of those guys who's having a tough go of things as well, Jacob. So a lot of guys not having the race that they wish they had here on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, it looks like Jordan Tross is back. I mean, he is how many laps down?
This would
11. Oof.
But there are a lot of guys that are multiple laps down as well ahead of him. So if he's able to log some laps, he can gain some positions. And points are points there, Jacob. I mean, everything's going to total up there at the end. He does have a race victory so far this season, so he has that out of the way. But every little point counts. If you can get that thing back out there, maybe log some more laps as we're just about close to that halfway mark. Getting close there now. 5 cautions in, over under 6.5. Still looking good, Jacob.
I was about to say, you kind of called it earlier. I was, man, I was hoping for 3 or 4, but I definitely lost that bet. Speaking of bets and, Vegas, my wife and I, we went on a little trip to Vegas about 2 weeks ago, and Vegas just takes your money. I mean, goodness, it has no forgiveness. So I did not come out ahead, that's for sure.
Oh, not many do. Not many do. As we watch here, as we're getting ready for this restart, pace lights are off. 5 cautions so far here tonight. As we're going to run through that top 10, Jesse Gordon, Zach Lovelace. Just keep an eye out on that 00. Colton Miller, Paul White, Will Weber, Thomas Wynn, John Crosby, Victor Etheridge, Keith Vaughn, Ryan Godfrey, our top 10. As now we creep through that restart zone, the Batmobile will get things rocking across that start-finish line. Here we go with a dice roll into 1.
Ooh, right there, you got Zach Lovelace and Colton Miller side by side, and then you got Paul White on the backside of Zach Lovelace, just giving him what he can get. And then behind him, Will Weber, Tom.
Whoa! As the 93 had to check up on the 00. Sorry about that, Jacob. That was wild coming off the corner.
No, you're good. You're good. And, right there, you got John Crosby, the bottom side of Thomas Wynn, and then you got Victor Etheridge making the pass on Thomas Wynn. Woo, Thomas.
Whoa, what's happening at the top? What's happening at the top as Zach Lovelace goes all the way to the top side of the racetrack? Oh, my goodness, what's happening back here? What is happening on the racetrack as we're off of the corner? Oh, my goodness, Jacob. I'm watching the top. You're watching the middle. So many things going on at the 3 and 4.
Yeah, it looked like Thomas Wynn kind of got a little door-to-door action and then got pushed off of a little bit and slowed his momentum down going through 1 and 2.
As we'll watch, this is inside of the top 10. At the very top of the grid, there's Sean Crosby. Makes contact with a 32. They bumped doors. There's Jonathan Burt in the 11, Dakota Reeder in the 85. Oh my goodness. As we're down the backstretch into 3 and 4.
It's a lot of checkups right now. I mean, it is
Big time. A lot of checkups happening on the racetrack as we're off of 4 now across that start-finish line. Jump back up to the top side of the grid. Jacob, Jesse Gordon, Zach Lovelace, Colt Miller. They're battling out as well. Elbows out at the top. There goes John Crosby to the low side of Victor Etheridge. Anthony Harden, look at that shot right there. Oh my goodness. You cannot take your eye off the ball at all. Into 3 and 4. Shout out to the Las Vegas A's coming soon, coming off of 4.
Ooh, you got Tanner Honeycutt right there on the backside of Anthony Harden. And then, I know he's 11 laps down, but then you got Jordan Tross in the middle of this hornet's nest just saying, to hell with it. Oh, as I'm talking about him, he hits the wall.
Jump up to the lead. Zach Lovelace is going to go at Jesse Gordon here in just a moment. Now, forget it. We're 3 wide off of 2. Jordan Tross, John Crosby, Jonathan Burt. Oh my goodness, into 3 and 4, 3 wide again as Jordan Tross will shoot the gap. He goes 2 for 1 as he'll snag those spots. Jordan Tross, a man on a mission.
Ooh, I mean, being 11 laps down, that's pretty ballsy to battle the race leaders. But I guess if
he is mad.
I guess
as we're coming off of the corner. Oh my goodness! Look at Colt Miller, Zach Lovelace almost make contact into 3 and 4.
Yeah, I guess if you got the pace to be able to battle it out. Woo! About to go 4 wide.
Oh, watch out!
Oh, this is not going to end good. It's not going to end good.
4 wide off of the corner. Oh, mama, into 1 and 2. Zach Lovelace, Cole Miller, Jordan Tross, 3 wide. Jordan Tross, mind you, is 11 laps down. He is driving like he stole that truck coming off of 2. Again, they're 3 wide now off of the corner. They are locked. They are locked doors into 3 and 4 right there. Jacob not separating into 3 and 4. Only 70 laps into this race off of 4.
As Colton Miller and Zach Lovelace was making love and going door to door, down the back stretch. You got Tanner Honeycutt being able to capitalize on them door banging each other, and now you got him battling out with Jesse Gordon and Dakota Reeder now out front.
Dakota Reeder now our race leader. How did that happen? As Jesse Gordon's now in second. Jordan Tross is right there behind the 85. Mind you, he is 11 laps down now. Tanner Honeycutt trying to knock on the door. The 1-0 coming off of the corner. He'll inch that nose just to the inside as though he'll go side by side. Now he's dancing with a 1-0 into 1 and 2. Oh, 3 wide going on in the racetrack right now. Oh boy, 3 wide into 1 and 2, Jacob.
Yeah, 3 wide between Anthony Harden and I want to say, is that Tony Burleson and Paul White? 3 wide going down the front stretch at that point. Whew, man.
Wow, this race is crazy here on a Tuesday night. Every driver wants it here as we're off of 4. Dakota Reeder leading in the 85. Big wreck. Big wreck. There's the 16 Ishmael Lopez on the front stretch. Big wreck. I'm seeing the 16 involved right now. As the 6th caution of the night waves, Ishmael Lopez in the 16. As we'll keep an eye out on who was involved in this. Oh boy, that happened just in front of that lead pack there. You see Justin Carey in the 32. That's Will Weber in the 40. Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy, Jacob. You got to see how close that was to the lead pack right there. You see some of the names just in the mix right here. Look at there. There's Colt Miller, John Crosby, Anthony Harden, Paul White. We're all right here as this went down, and nobody. Victor Etheridge is coming along in that Minecraft truck as well. And it's just going to involve these 2 trucks. Everybody else is going to make it out okay. Wow. That could have been disastrous for a lot of these guys that were running inside of the top 10. Oof. Wow. Oof. It just made me nervous in the booth up here for these guys.
Yeah, we're right on board with Sean Dion.
There's Cody Deek just ahead of him as well. Oof. Not what you like to see coming off of 4 there, Jacob. You do not want to see smoke.
No.
Woo! Whoa! Boy, I just jumped in my chair up here in the booth. Wow. Whew. What a race. What a Tuesday night again, Jacob. This is been a crazy we're only 3 weeks into this season. Boy, if continues like this, me and you are we're gonna have a long season up here in the booth.
We are going to have a long season ahead of us, that's for sure. And speaking of seasons, as everyone's going down the pit road, Sir Tyler Waltz is in charge of our NextGen series for season 3, season 4. Yes, season 4. He is in charge of the schedule this go around. And just so you know, Will, as well, Next Gen series will kick off back on June 4th after Memorial Day. And we're going to give a little, I don't even want to say sneak peek. It is going to be the reveal of the schedule for the Next Gen series.
Ooh, there we go. Yes, sir. We get to come back here in 2 weeks. Yes. All right. I love
Hells
Sin
bells.
City there. There we go. Awesome. Then we're going short track race. Echo Park, different on the schedule there. You know, you see some of the favorites, Bristol, Texas. These are next gens too. I love it. Auto Club. You got to bring back one of the OGs there. Jacob.
We got some
Charlotte,
road
New Hampshire. Oh boy. What I love is that 5-race playoff. Check that out. Chicagoland, old Atlanta, throwing it back to the old A right there. There we go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then finishing it off in old Kansas.
Woo. This is the Next Gen Series season number 4. Starts up June the 4th. And Jacob, I gotta say, if they want more information on that, I just love directing people to this website. It's RFRLleague.com, and you're gonna go down a rabbit hole of just clicks and links. You're gonna find yourself lost in the labyrinth that is this league website. So many things you can research: the schedule, your favorite drivers, the streaks they may have, point standings, championship standings. Anything you may need to know about anything Rat Think Racing League, you can find it on that website and a little bit more. Go ahead and find out some of that information about the upcoming series on there as well. There's late model series, truck series, next gen series. So many things almost every night of the week here, Jacob, we're racing.
Yes. So we have, again, Tuesday, trucks, Wednesday, O'Reilly's, and tomorrow. Actually, Will, you and I will be in the booth tomorrow evening. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. We're going to try to make that happen tomorrow night. That will be a championship race in that O'Reilly series. That is surprisingly close. That is down to the wire there in the O'Reillys.
Yes, and take it away, Will, and we'll come back to it.
As we're racing here, once again, 76 laps. As we kick it off, Dakota Reeder will take us into the corner. Tanner Honeycutt, Jonathan Burt, Ryan Goffrey, Brett Thompson, Derek Underwood, John Crosby, Jesse Gordon, Colton Miller. We also see Anthony Harden right there, Brett Thompson.
John,
I think we're seeing...
John.
Oh, no! John Crosby into the wall! Hard into the wall! Big pile up off of 2. Oh, boy. That is a huge caution. And Jacob, I gotta say, as you queue up that replay, it was just about to come out of my mouth up here in the booth. We're seeing a mix of trucks who didn't head down pit road with a mix of trucks that did. Slow trucks and fast trucks mixed just as well as water and oil. I mean, it doesn't end well. And right here,
looks like a face of just utter disgust. Brent Thompson.
I mean, while we have it on the screen, make sure to use that JC73 for 10% off your W needs. But boy, he's going to need something a little bit stronger here tonight after that.
Oh, man, that's a big Victor Etheridge to the backside. Tony Burleson to Brent Thompson. Whew, David Bersecki, and then you got chaos down on the bottom. Colton Miller got caught up in that. I don't even know how Colton Miller got caught up in that.
Jacob, I mean, if they could see me emoting up here in the booth, I mean, it's just one of these things where it's just all the names we've been calling out all night long, I think are going to be down pit road with the hammers and duct tape. If they still do that, I mean, it's just going to be Anthony Harden, Jesse Gordon, John Crosby, Paul White. I see he's involved in this. I mean, just so many names. Victor Etheridge. I mean, just a boy. I'll watch here again. Jesse Gordon might be okay though. Yeah, he'll be okay. He'll have a little bit of damage, I'd say, probably to the nose of that truck, but boy. And I think just the last man standing through all of this, through everything here tonight, 7 cautions, cha-ching. I hit that 6.5 over right there. Dakota Reeder continues to lead. I mean, just one of those names who has felt the pressure from just about everybody. Jesse Gordon, Jordan Tross has been up there rubbing shoulders with the 85. Everybody's kind of giving it to the 85, but through everything, he now finds himself leading this race.
Yeah, no, and then you got Tanner Honeycutt right behind him, and then Ryan Godfrey. You know, I would have never in a million. I mean, and you know, no disrespect, I'll put respect on people's names. Ryan Godfrey and I race against each other towards the middle and towards the back of the pack. You know, in other leagues that we race in. So like, and I'm saying because I get blown away through some of the guys that are in our league. So it's just, I would have never pictured Ryan being out towards the front, but hey, you know what? Kudos to him. Hopefully he ends up staying out there and gets that podium this evening.
Done a great job so far as we're under caution here for the 7th time. We're going to go 2x2 here once again. As we look through the field, there are a couple guys now tied for that biggest mover, something we like to keep an eye out throughout the race. And that's Gary Wright and Jonathan Burt. They are both up 20 and 18 spots, currently in that 12th and 13th position. As we look at the 69 machine of Todd Perrant here live on the YouTube page, I think he's not going to have a... Yeah, he's going to head down pit road there. Something wrong with that truck there.
Looks like based off of his windshield, some blue balls, unfortunately.
As the 69 there, it was a 68 type of night. As Dakota Reeder and now is lined up with Tanner Honeycutt, or Ryan Godfrey, Jesse Gordon, Paul White, Thomas Wynn, Colton Miller, Cody Deek, Justin Clapper, and Zachary Wynn. Shout out to the Wins now with 2 trucks inside of the top 10 as the pace lights are off. Shout out to Mama Wynn. Hope she's tuning in here tonight. Got 2 of them inside of the top 10 here.
You've been pretty Johnny on the spot this evening. I would not give him the commentator's curse because I think she's going to come at you.
There we go as the dice roll once again across the start-finish line as they wreck. We're wrecking just across that start-finish line into the infield grass. No caution yet. Keeping it rocking into the corners. Dakota Reeder leads the way. Tanner Honeycutt in that 2nd position. Jesse Gordon in 3rd. Wait a minute. Here he comes to the inside to the 7. Jesse Gordon's not going to try for 2nd. Very, very loose. He keeps it together, though. Now he'll inch around the 7. Caution's out. Caution is out for the 8th time here tonight in the Sin City.
Check up. Oh, hit the brakes. Slow down. That's the part that makes me so nervous is sometimes you get carried away going out the gate and then the caution finally gets thrown. Let's run it back real quick with the Paul White caution. I also show that Victor Etheridge is Colton
Miller and Paul White were the 2 trucks that were entangled down the infield grass. Both top 10 trucks here tonight. Going to be caught up here as we watch this replay here live on YouTube.
You are not lying. Nothing stops the Ram. That's for sure. Rams him right into the side. Bam. And then I'm showing Victor.
I think I was going to say for the 93 there, Jacob, I think that's just a little bit of a frustration. You already saw heavy damage to the backside of the 93. Yeah. And I think that's just a little bit of a yeah, I don't want to say it, but I can kind of see what that was there, Jacob, if you watch that on the replay.
Yeah, let's see.
Take a look here. Oh, who's this coming? Oh, yep, I remember you.
Ooh,
Yep.
gets a little loose right there coming out too.
Something like that. Yeah. A little loose with a little extra yeah. As we watch the 6 go by the 68 and oh, there we go.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a wiggle. You saw the 68 kind of
I don't think anything
tries
is
to shoot the gap here.
Yeah.
And a little bit of a wiggle, bounce,
And then
and clip.
gets himself turned, unfortunately.
Wow. So many cautions there, all rolled up into one. That was wild. Man, anything could have really brought out that caution flag as now we have some other retirees in this race. Some guys down pit road. We're going to have that mix of slow trucks, fast trucks once again here in this restart. And that didn't bode well on the last time we did this. As right now we have that Yahtzee shuffle of the grids of Thomas Wynn. Shout out to the Wins. Thomas Wynn leading the way currently with Cody Deek, Zachary Wynn in third. And now Zach Lovelace. We have 2 Zachs inside of the top 5. Justin Clapper will round out that top 5. Jonathan Burt and Jeffrey Goodpaster right there. Will Weber, Dakota Reader, Todd Perrant in that 69 finds himself currently in that top 10. And then after that, what I would like the viewers at home to keep an eye out on is the guys outside of the top 10 right now. And that's the likes of Jesse Gordon, Tanner Honeycutt, Ryan Godfrey in that 88 as well. Watch Paul White. Some of these guys trying to work back up the grid now with a full reset of the truck. And I'd have to assume, Jacob, that's everything you have on that toolbox. That's all the tires. That's all the fuel that you're going to have for the rest of this race.
Yeah, no, I think let's see here. We are on lap 83, coming up on 84. So man, we still have another 40 laps to go. Whew, it's still a long race.
Gonna be close.
I mean, it's still a long race. I mean, at that point, anything can happen. I mean, we went from 37 trucks to roughly, let's call it 27.
I really think it's going to be a gamble. We're talking about Sin City. We're in Las Vegas here live on the Ratfink Racing League YouTube page. Week number 3. It's going to take a gamble from one of these drivers to win this race, whether you stay out longer, you decide not to head down pit road, whatever you have to do. I think that's going to be the key to victory here tonight. No strategy's really working for anybody with 8 cautions here.
Ooh.
As we get ready for this restart, Jacob, it's going to be curious to see who has the speed here.
Yeah, it should be interesting because you got Zach Wynn and Thomas Wynn right behind each other. So let's see how the team strategy plays out. Or is Zach Wynn going to be able to push Big Brother out of the way? Ooh, that's a good restart from Thomas Wynn at that point.
This is a winning type of restart as Thomas Wynn takes us into 1 and 2. Cody Deek right there. Zachary Wynn, Lovelace. They'll go side by side into 1 and 2, but our race leader continues now off of the corner. Thomas Wynn in the 71 holding off the 13 of Cody Deek. Will Cody Deek make a move? There he goes to the low side of the racetrack as the 72 pulls off as well. Cody Deek looks to the inside of the 71 into 3 and 4. Cody Deek's going to try for the lead here off of 4. Does he have the run? Oh my goodness, we're racing across the start finish line.
Ooh, man, everyone is throwing their elbows out. I mean, we still have 34 laps to go. Whew. Going 3 wide right there between Paul White. No, actually, I was looking further back. You got Tony Burrow.
Whoa,
no,
Will Weber.
Yeah, Will Weber, Justin Clapper, Jonathan Burt, and then Zach Wynn, Jeffrey Goodpaster right there on the high side. Sorry, I was getting tongue twisted at that point.
And shout out to the 60. Oh my goodness. I was going to say shout out to the 63, Justin Clapper, but Jesse Gordon just had to pull out a line there. He still continues to be loose, hitting the apron. We're 3 wide now into the corner. Justin Clapper in the 63 has to be jamming. I get knocked down, but I get up again. He was involved in that first caution of the night. Now finds himself battling inside of the top 5. Is losing a little bit of speed now as the tires begin to warm up here on this restart. As now Thomas Wynn leads us off of 4. Oh, big wreck! Big wreck! Todd Perron into the wall, nose first, into the topside wall, across the start-finish line. Caution flag waves for the 9th time.
Ooh, man. Let's run that back.
Wow, as Todd Perron had worked his way back into this race.
Oh, that's a little bit of net code right there. Not even. That was Keith Vaughn. Yeah, that's on
Keith Vaughn in the 32. Let me watch right there. As we're watching the replay here live on YouTube, that is the dreaded net code.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, man.
That is the dreaded net code. You don't see it very often. It used to be very, very prevalent here in the iRacing landscape. And folks, if you're new to iRacing or new to tuning into simulation racing, net code is described as something that happens that doesn't really happen. It is you come just close to clipping somebody, and iRacing says, nope, you made contact, and creates the contact for you. That's exactly what just happened right there. Unfortunate for those guys, though, that were starting to make their way back through the grid, Jacob. We saw them starting to poke through that top 15, trying to make some lemonade out of a lemon of a race. And I just spoke about the 63 Justin Clapper as well. Boy, 9 cautions. Here we go. This is going to be a survival of the fittest type race here in Las Vegas.
Yes, it is, and I am sure that this is not the end of it. And if we were to do bets again, I would say probably. I think we got another 2 or 3 coming our way, especially towards the end.
And just to double check with you, Jacob, there are only 2 attempts at that green-white checker, just in case we do have overtime.
That is correct. So we have 2 green-white checkered attempts, and this is just kind of how the sessions are set up. You know, the guys have 3 additional tire sets, 0 fast repairs. So like what you were saying earlier, you know, for the guys that are involved in the cautions and whatnot, you know, there's not the instant fix it, essentially. So ultimately, if you get into a serious accident, your night could be done super fast, or you might be able to get the repairs needed to be made. But then again, 2 green white checkered attempts, and then our fuel limit's about 70%.
Continue to be under caution here live on the YouTube page. My name is William Tiller. Joined up here with Jacob Williams. Jacob doing double duty as always, lead producer and co-commentator here on Tuesday nights and Thursday nights. And
I do believe we have lost Sir Will. Will, are you there? You got a copy, Will? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try and get Will back into the booth. With that being said, this is the 9th caution of the evening. About to restart and go underway. Coming up on lap 90 of 120. Zachary Wynn and Lovelace on the outside. Cody Deek behind Zachary Wynn. No, excuse me, Thomas Wynn. Cody Deek right there behind him, Jonathan Burt, and then Jeffrey Goodpasture in the 5th position, and Zachary Wynn on the outside there. Green is in the air, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are underway. Oh, there you are, Will.
as Thomas Wynn continues to lead the way, Zach Lovelace there as well. This is a battle of the fittest style of race, Jacob, as they're already battling, continuing down the backstretch side by side.
Yeah, no, it's Thomas Wynn, great restart. You got Cody Deek and Zachary Lovelace. They've been kind of battling it out for the past 10, 15 laps. Jeffrey Goodpasture right there. Then you got Will Weber and Jesse Gordon side by side back behind them. I want to say Will Weber, they kind of did a little door banging action right there right before the caution. Jesse ended up falling back.
Whoa! Whoa! As the 13 makes contact with the 00, Cody Deek is free falling down the grid. This is a mix of fast trucks and slow trucks. That is that bad mix that I talked about there, Jake. Oh, watch out here off of 4. Oh, boy.
Jeffrey Goodpasture right there on the backside of Jonathan Burt. Hopefully he doesn't take the air out from underneath him. Jesse Gordon hitting that apron right there. Coming down
wide.
Oh,
Four
my
wide.
gosh.
4 wide into 1. Oh, mama, we're 4 wide. Jeffrey Goodpasture is going to survive out of the middle of this. Whoa, as we're down the backstretch.
Ooh, I mean, man, we have 27 laps left to go. I am shocked we are pushing this hard right now.
We've been pushing. This is the drop of the green flag. This is absolutely wild down the front stretch. This is the style of racing I love to watch. I think the folks at home love to watch as well. This is not somebody leading by 4, 5, 6 seconds. This is guys having to battle it out, elbows out, trying to battle for every inch on the racetrack. All the while, we're zooming down the backstretch here tonight. Multiple guys trying to battle out for position 31. 31.3 best lap so far here tonight. 31.1 was the fastest by Paul White, who continues to move up the grid as well. He's up to 9th. Watch some of these names start to percolate towards the top side of the grid into 1 and 2.
Yeah, no, man. You got Justin Clapper and Justin Carey right there battling it out with Zachary Wynn, keeping it clean, coming through down the backstretch. Woo! Thomas Wynn getting a little loose right there. Let's check back into our race leader, Zach Lovelace, out front now.
Oh, boy, right there. That's very hairy. Zach Lovelace now leads the way. He's been wanting that lead position all race along. Thomas Wynn, Jeffrey Goodpasture, Jesse Gordon in that 4th position. I'm watching lap times here as well. These guys at the front are just as fast as the rest of the guys inside of the top 10. That shows me that these guys could be our leaders at the end of the race, especially this 00 of Zach Lovelace, who has consistently been inside of that top 5 all race along. He is in contention to not only take home that checkered flag, Jacob, but also be the biggest mover of the race across that start-finish line into 1.
Ooh, up 27 spots. And then right behind him, you got, Jeffrey Goodpasture up 20 spots. Man, a lot of big movers this evening. Granted, a little bit of the field is kind of taken out, but then we got Jesse Gordon back in 4th, working his way up towards the front.
And he's having to have a battle as well. That 1-0 has yet to break through here in this race. He was my race pick to start off this night. Now I'll get around the 1 of Jeffrey Goodpasture, who's not making it easy on him. Continues to door bang him just a little bit there, Jacob, as we cross that start-finish line into 1 and 2. Zach Lovelace, Thomas Wynn, Jeffrey Goodpasture will ride on board with the Batmobile as we're off of 2. He'll take that spot now into 3rd. Trying to catch that air coming off the 71 into 3 and 4. The Batmobile is on a mission. He sees the bat symbol in the air. He is Johnny on the spot off of 4. As Lovelace crosses that start-finish line, we are now across the century mark. 100 laps here in Las Vegas. Sin City has been everything and more. It is the excitement, the flair, oh my goodness, the constant chaos that is Sin City that has been here tonight. We've had over 9 cautions. We've had multiple leaders crash out of this race. Favorites in the garage early. Jesse Gordon is one of those guys who has survived this battle here tonight. He is still in that 3rd position. We look at the moves of Anthony Harden, who was airborne earlier in this race. He is inside of the top 10 here as well. But Zach Lovelace, our race leader, he is the biggest mover of this race. He will have to hold off an SVG style of run. That is the Batmobile of Jesse Gordon as we're off of 4. Jacob counting down the laps here in week number 3.
Yeah, no, we'll kind of take a look right here. Zach Lovelace only took fuel about 22 laps ago, so he is going to be on old tires compared to Jesse Gordon, which took 4 tires about 18 laps ago, and Jesse is slowly making the pass on that lower apron on Thomas Wynn at that point. That's a little risky business right there.
Yeah, Jesse Gordon just has the speed. I'm seeing it now here on live scoring and timing. This will be an SVG style of run that we saw at Watkins Glen, although right now Lovelace does have the speed of a 32.5 last time by, 33.2 at a Jesse Gordon. So these guys really trying to trade lap times here tonight.
Uh-oh, looks like we are having some technical difficulties.
As we're still racing, we'll keep you live updated here. We'll get the pictures moving and grooving here in just a second. No change in the lead. Zach Lovelace continues to lead the way. 32.7 last time by. 32.6 out of Gordon in that 2nd spot. Thomas Wynn still in 3rd. Still live here on the Ratfink Racing League YouTube page. No change in the leaders so far. A little bit of a shift in position inside of the top 5 as we see some battles right now. Cody Deek moves up. Paul White moves up. Will Weber, Justin Carey. Cody Deek now up to 3rd on the racetrack. Thomas Wynn down to 4th. Jeffrey Goodpasser as now the caution waves for the 10th time here tonight. Jonathan Burt, Jeffrey Goodpasser in that 1. We were off the air for just... Did see a lot of moving inside of that scoring and timing. So we'll check it out here. 10 cautions here tonight in Sin City. This was just inside of that top 15. Will Weber, Jeffrey Goodpasser here on this replay.
Oh.
Burt, Justin Clapper again in the 63. Just been a magnet for destruction here.
I was going to say, yeah, Jonathan Burt has been, I don't think anything that Jonathan Burt has caused. I mean, he's just, like you said, he's been a magnet this evening, unfortunately.
As we were frozen momentarily there on the racetrack. That was just inside of the top 15, I do believe, between Will Weber, Jeffrey Goodpasser, Justin Clapper in that 63. And like you said, Jacob, Las Vegas, sometimes you don't leave here with a lot. And for some of these drivers, you're not going to have much of a truck to leave with here in Sin City.
I can't believe Jesse Gordon ended up staying out. You got Jesse Gordon and Tanner Honeycutt stayed out. But, man, then you got, let's see, Victor Etheridge stayed out too. I'll be interested to see if Thomas Wynn be able to get back out there. See, looks like he took all 4 tires. Let's look here.
Folks, this is that time to go ahead and get tuned back in. Go ahead and send that link out to your friends and family. We're going to have just about 15 laps, a shootout here in Las Vegas to the very end of this race. These guys are going to go at it here in week number 3. Bit of a rolling of the dice we're already seeing here, Jacob, between these top 3 guys, Jesse Gordon, Tanner Honeycutt, and Victor Etheridge. are making that gamble I had mentioned just a little while ago here on this broadcast. These three guys are going to be the three guys that gamble and see if it pays off, because boy, they're going to have some fast trucks just absolutely steamrolling behind them.
Yeah.
But I would have to say, Jacob, there's that kind of that sweet spot of laps left where it's going to take a few laps for those tires to get warmed up.
Yeah, no, that's I mean, we still got 15. I mean, we're right now on 106. They're about to go side by side, so we'll be coming up on 107, which gives us 13 laps. Man, I would unless if Jesse doesn't have the tires, I would have gone in with everyone else, because he has the pace to be able to I mean, move his way through the field. So it's a little weird why he just ended up staying out, but unless if he just feels comfortable with the tire wear that he currently has. And then, I mean, also at that point, I mean, Victor Etheridge, 18 laps since he had pit, and, he's been making repairs. So I feel like the top three guys, unfortunately, are going to get steamrolled. The train that's coming, that's for sure. Lovelace, Wynn, and Cody Deek and Anthony Harden. We'll see how it all shapes out.
Once again, just a reminder for you folks at home to go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell here if you're watching along with us on YouTube, whether you're watching along on your phone, on your TV, or maybe you're at the gym or at work. Just listen along to the audio version of me and Jacob giving you a description of this race. This is that time to hit all of those buttons before you call it a night. We're going to have just about 15 laps to go here on this restart. Jesse Gordon, Tanner Honeycutt, Victor Etheridge, Zach Lovelace, Thomas Wynn, Paul White, Cody Deek, Anthony Harden, and Justin Carey, Dakota Reeder, our top 10. Here goes the Batmobile. He'll get us rocking and rolling across those dice. That start-finish line into 1 and 2. Here comes Victor Etheridge and that Minecraft machine, as well as the battles start to brew into the corner.
Yeah, Tanner Honeycutt, just a poor restart on that outside line, already fell down 3 spots. Then you got Zach Lovelace on the backside of Victor Etheridge. See if Victor can keep it clean. And then
3
you
wide.
got 3 wide between Cody Deek, Dakota Reeder, and Anthony Harden. Zach Lovelace right there on the bottom side. Oh, Jesse is just he just doesn't.
Whoa! As Jesse Gordon gets very, very loose.
Oh, caution's out.
Caution's out. Caution is out. Oh boy. This is not what Jesse Gordon, Victor Etheridge wanted to see here. And this is going to be between the 7 of Tanner Honeycutt. It looks like Anthony Harden in the 77.
Yeah, Anthony goes on the high side and it just gets pinched.
No way, Jacob. Here at Sin City, 777 crashes out.
Oh, Zachary Wynn was caught up in that. No.
Somebody go play the lottery right now, because in this caution here at Las Vegas, I believe it was lap 107, we had the 7 crash into the 77 that crashed into the 71. So just crazy instances here. 72. There we go. All the 7s seem to just collect each other here on this caution as we cross that start-finish line. Wow.
It's kind of synchronized right there. Watch
I'm saying here in Las Vegas, 777s.
I know that's not like ideal, but that was kind of cool. I mean, you see Anthony Harden and Zachary Wynn tag each other. Boop. Both hit the wall at the same time. Wow.
The 72, the 77, and the number 7 all collect each other there on the 11th caution of the night here in Las Vegas, and I believe that happened on lap 107 as well. So just a lot of 7s happening here on the racetrack as this race continues on here. It's going to be, we're creeping up towards one of those overtime finishes here. As Zach Lovelace, man, I'd have to say, if anybody's earned it here tonight, it's got to be the 00. Just has given it everything he's had, kind of held off some of those quote-unquote big dogs here in this series. Has another one still right behind him in Jesse Gordon, but man, that truck is just going to be screaming at him right now to head down pit road. Everything's going to be red inside of the cockpit. I think right now, Jacob, but I have to assume the 10 Jesse Gordon has shut everything off in that truck, and he's just going to drive it till the wheels fall off here at the end.
Yeah, no, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I'm shocked that just on that last pit cycle, I'm really, unless if he just didn't have the tire sets needed to be able to, excuse me, to be able to make the swap, I'm really shocked that he did not take tires, Jesse Gordon, on that one.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I mean, he's going to be very loose. He's going to have some very fast trucks behind him with Paul White. Thomas Wynn's right there. Victor Etheridge, Cody Deek. There's just so many names. Dakota Reeder down in the 10th spot in the 85. You know, the biggest thing as we get ready for this restart here, it looks like we're going to take one more lap around. And I've said this before, Jacob, with only 5 laps to go, only one guy inside of the top 10, folks at home, if you're listening, only one guy inside of the top 10 has a victory in Ratfink Racing. That's Jesse Gordon. Everybody else is trying to break through with their first victory that I can remember here in this league. Looking at Tyler Waltz, Keith Vaughn, Justin Carey, Victor Etheridge, Cody Deek, the wins. Paul White is a newcomer, but none of these guys, Dakota Reeder is the only other guy in the 85. So a lot of these guys, Jacob, could really make history here tonight, getting their first victory ever here in the league.
Yeah, no, that's Victor Etheridge, Cody Deek. So if we're betting right now, we're on lap 111, coming up on 112. Everyone's probably got fresh tires. Let's take a look at this really quick. We're coming down the backstretch, so we got to make this quick. 6 laps. Jesse Gordon, god dang, 29. Paul White, 6. Thomas Wynn, 6. I got my money on either Paul White or Thomas Wynn.
Here we go. I got to stick with Jesse Gordon, and I like the 00 Zach Lovelace. But the pace lights are off. The pace truck has pulled off. Remember, only 2 attempts at a green-white checkered if the caution flag waves again. But let's see if we can run it out to that checkered flag. Zach Lovelace, Jesse Gordon, Paul White, Thomas Wynn, Victor Etheridge, Cody Deek, Justin Carey, Keith Vaughn, Dakota Reeder, Tyler Waltz. As the green flag is in the air, Zach Lovelace will take us into 1 and 2. Jesse Gordon out to the low side of the racetrack. Paul White there in the 2-5. There's a 71 of Thomas Wynn. He'll go door to door with a 2-5 now into 1 and 2, coming off of 2. We're single file 1-2 on the racetrack. Jesse Gordon trying to hold on to that truck. It will be slipping and free falling now into 3 and 4. Zach Lovelace continues to lead the way.
Ooh, and then you got Justin Carey coming from behind. I mean, he was caught up in a little bit of a accident with Justin Clapper.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What a race we have now into the corner, Jake. I'm sorry. I'm watching this just brew right now. Zach Lovelace leading off of 2. Look at Jesse Gordon. He is just free falling. He can't hold that truck any longer, Jacob. Down the backstretch. Paul White's now caught the draft with the 00. Oh. Anybody could win this thing. Oh my goodness.
Going side by side.
Ooh, Ezra 3 wide off of 4. They keep it together, though. We're okay.
Oh, 3
my
wide.
Goodness. 6 laps to go.
Oh, a little door banging action between Jesse Gordon, Cody Deek.
Cody Deek's in there as well. Dakota Reeder's now worked his way up into 3rd. He was 10th on that restart. Where did he come from? As Cody Deek, we're 3 wide now down the backstretch. Oh, mama, Justin Carey gets loose. He'll keep it together. As now Thomas Wynn keeps the ride going into 4th. Cody Deek, Jeffrey Goodpaster. Who will win this race off of 4? As Zach Lovelace is our leader. You just don't see him here in this shot. Cross that start-finish line now with 4 laps to go.
Ooh, man, that got a little hairy right there. Cody Deek out there. Justin Carey. Zach Lovelace out front. Paul White. Ooh, I wonder if Paul White's going to be able to make the pass.
As I guess that's Will Weber in the 40. He breaks out. Paul White has now caught the draft of the 00 Zach Lovelace. This will be a battle off of 4. They're 1-2. Now across that start finish line, make it 4 laps to go. Now into 1 and 2. Caution's out. Caution is out. Caution is out just as we cross that start finish line. Caution flag waves for the 12th time here tonight. Wow. Wow, what a caution.
Oh, no.
And that's going to be between Jesse Gordon and Zachary Wynn.
Oh.
Oh. As we watch the 1-0 be completely on ice skates coming off of 4. Looks like Jesse's just going to make contact with that quarter panel of the 72. And boy, look how far back that Jesse Gordon had fallen. Oh my goodness.
That's
Wow. That truck had left the chat, so to say.
yes, unfortunately.
For the 72, looks like he's going to go ahead and call it a night as well. I mean, at this point, though, Jacob, I guess the positive side, the glass half full note of that for the 72 machine, with him deciding to park it, he will come home 19th, even though he decides to park it here with about 3 laps to go, because after that, it's a bunch of other guys who have also decided to park their trucks. With the likes of, just to run through it here under our 12th caution of the night, Jordan Tross is out of this race, Tom Ringer, Ishmael Lopez, Justin Clapper, Ryan Godfrey, John Crosby, Mr. W himself is out of this race. Brian Sousa, Colton Jackson, we saw him briefly inside of the top 5, top 10 as well. Brandon Hitton, we usually see that 5 truck. He's usually in the mix as well. He's been out of this race for a while. He's been, I saw him down already hanging out down here on the strip. So he's having a good time already. 113 laps down, Jacob. So he is retired early in this race. It has been a survival of the fittest here live on a Tuesday night. I am William Tiller, and Jacob Williams is joining me up here in the booth as lead producer and co-commentator. And the one thing that is jumping out to me here, Jacob, as we're creeping up towards one of those attempts at a green-white checkered, I mean, on that restart, it's really anybody's race. I mean, even though Zach Lovelace did inch out a little bit, really anybody inside of the top 10 could win.
It's survival of the fittest at this point. I mean, we're coming up on lap. Are we still single file at this point? Looks like single file. Yeah. So we're coming up on lap 119. Oh, yeah. So this is going to be the green white checkered at this point. So yeah, it's going to be survival of the fittest.
Heard it there first, folks. This is our first attempt at that green white checkered. That means green flag will wave, white flag will wave, and as long as the drivers get that white flag, the race is official after that. If, in fact, the caution flag waves before that white flag, we will attempt it one more time. And if that yellow flag waves again before the drivers take the checkered, it will be who is leading the race at that caution flag that second time. But we have 2 attempts at that. I believe we will get it in before we have to call it under caution. But we'll keep in mind here, a lot of these guys racing for their first victory of the season, first victory of their league history. Some of these guys are veterans of Ratfink Racing here. Some of these guys are newcomers. Some of these guys have race victories in multiple series. The likes of Dakota Reader has race victories. We look at the likes of, really now I look at it, Jacob, that's really the only name. Dakota Reader in the 85 is the only guy I can name that has a race victory here in this league.
Yeah, no, no, it's a bunch of newcomers in the top 10 right now. So it's going to be interesting to see how this restart's going to be. Hopefully we can keep it clean, but whew, Vegas has not treated the boys well this evening, that's for sure.
It is overtime here in the Ratfink Racing Tuesday Night Truck Series. First attempt. Here we go. Zach Lovelace, Paul White, Dakota Reader, Cody Deek, Justin Carey, Jeffrey Goodpaster, Tyler Waltz, Thomas Wynn, Will Weber, Keith Vaughn. Green flag is in the air. Zachary Lovelace takes us into 1, the 0-0, leading here in the restart.
Man, yeah, what a jump from Lovelace at that point. Then you got Dakota and Paul White going side by side. Justin Carey right there on the backside. Cody Deek as well, probably just trying to slowly work his way in there.
Coming off of 4. Here comes Zach Lovelace.
Dakota hit the apron right there.
If he can get this white flag, and he will. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go. Zach Lovelace in the 00 takes us into 1 and 2 as the race leader. Paul White in the 2.5s right there. Justin Carey currently in third. 1, 2, 3. Now Jeffrey Goodpasser will take that 3rd spot. They're racing for 3rd side by side. Zach Lovelace will continue into 3 and 4. Will Paul White have anything for the 00 as we come off of 4? Keep an eye out on Zachary Lovelace. He's feeling the love here in Sin City as he takes home the checkered flag here in week number 3.
Ooh, Zach Lovelace, Paul White, and Justin Carey comes from back behind. Good for him.
As there is a big pileup just outside of the top 10 as we are crossing that start-finish line. Zachary Lovelace, our biggest mover of the race. Also the man who gets the champagne and the caviar here in Sin City. Gets to get to sleep in the penthouse here tonight. As the 00, our 3rd different winner here in week number 3. Biggest mover, checkered flag winner. Paul White, as mentioned, comes home 2nd. Justin Carey in 3rd. Boy, what an ending right there as a lot of guys just inside of that top 10. I'm looking at some huge movers of this race. As you see that top 10, those official top 10 right there across that line. And you don't see it there, folks, on your screen, but Justin Carey finishes 15 spots to the good. Jeffrey Goodpasser, 19 spots. Cody Deek, 14 spots. Tyler Waltz, 14 spots. Keith Vaughn, 16 spots. And of course, our race winner, 27 spots. Wow. What a just a clinic of driving out of some of these guys who surprisingly weren't involved in a lot of these cautions, just stayed clean.
All I gotta say is, whew, we're finished, man. That was that made my heart hurt for the guys. That's for sure.
I tell you, that's what we do here at Rat Think Racing on a Tuesday night live on YouTube. We try to give you that Las Vegas feeling where you walk out of it and your chest kind of hurts a little bit. You have to take a deep breath after what you just did. So here tonight, we hope we gave you that same feeling that you would get in Sin City, maybe just walking away from those slot machines or the blackjack tables. Like, boy, was it really that much? Boy, was it really that exciting here tonight? And it was an absolute show out of these drivers as we get ready to speak to those podium finishers here in just a second. Gives you an opportunity to go ahead and write what you thought about tonight's race. Drop a comment in there as well, as we're just about to get Justin Carey here in the booth, who finishes 3rd here tonight in that 21 truck, Jacob, and I believe you are catching up with him momentarily.
Yes, I am working on getting him in the booth and Paul White. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Justin, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm glad for the recovery.
I was about to say, because I don't recall which lap number it was, but at one point you and Clapper, and then I think it might have been, was it Anthony Harden?
No, I was actually in the very first wreck off of turn 4 coming down the front straightaway. The 28 ended up kind of just giving me a little door slap, and it pushed me into the wreck. We had already talked about it after his day had ended, so we kind of talked about it mid-race, but I ended up having 6.5 minutes of damage, so it took me pretty much the whole race until the final run to finally have a clean car.
Ooh, man, no, that's what. And then towards the back as well, it was kind of interesting to watch you run too, because it was like you were definitely pushing, but you were also waiting for the guys to make like a little bit of a mistake because you ended up, I want to say, didn't you pass? Yes, you got past Jeffrey Goodpaster right here down the backstretch, entering 3 and 4, and we'll kind of run this back. For everyone to see back, that's watching live right now. But you ended up getting past Jeffrey Goodpaster, entering 3 and 4. I want to say lap 117. Is that correct?
I'm not sure when. All I know is I knew I had tires, and when before the green white checkered, I was like, I knew if I could catch Jesse, like I knew he had old tires, so let me get to him. I know I'm one of the first ones. I didn't know who ahead of me had tires, so I just kept pushing. And when I got up behind him, we all washed up the hill, and Reeder got past us. So I kind of thought my top three was out of the way, and then they wrecked again. I was like, I have a chance. It just has to work out right.
Awesome. Well, Will, what you got for Mr. Justin Carey?
Yeah, Justin, first time we're seeing you here behind the scenes. Boy, I can tell you're kind of like taking a breather after this one. What are your thoughts, man? This is the third week in a row where these races, just from the drop of the green flag, is like nonstop. You guys don't get a chance to actually breathe at all during these races.
I really was hoping this one was going to kind of open up a bit. With the practice I'd done, just really, I had the long run. Painting the white line, I literally was seeing people wash up the line, and I was sticking to it. Jordan and I had literally talked about it, just painting the white line, and we'd be okay. And everything was working just right. But of course, catching that damage early, I just kept practicing, even with a damaged truck, just to keep painting the white line. My season hasn't been too great. I've ran well, like Texas last week, led some laps. I wish my finish was better than, because I definitely had some speed to easily finish top 5. Talked to you guys last week. Didn't work out. I laid a set. Didn't work out. So this week I finally get to talk to you guys, and I hope this kind of just kickstarts the season better for me to see you guys more and hopefully pick up my first win in RFRL.
There we go. I like the momentum. I like the confidence out of the 21, Jacob. We'll wait and see if he breaks through.
Hopefully.
I think you will, because I mean, man, you if you race with Jordan, and I think because you guys race in another league together,
Yes.
I think Monday nights, right?
That is correct. Yes. Myself and David.
David Bersecki.
Yes.
Yeah, no, and if it's the league that I'm thinking of, that one's another heavy hitter where there is a lot of competition in there. So I mean, Will, I don't think this will be the last of Justin Carey this season. That's for sure. But Justin, we're kind of running out of time a little bit. But any special shout outs or recognition, that helped get you onto the podium this evening?
Of course. This week I'm running Airwolf Athletics 21 Toyota Tundra. If you guys showed my camera at all during the race, I'm wearing their gear. I'm wearing their merch. So I've been rocking that stuff just to have them watch this one. I've got it shared on my socials as well. At Cons Racing, more or less on Facebook. It's on Facebook, but at Cons Racing, OPI 22 Racing, and then Outlaw Desert Racing are the big kind of sponsors for me. But I try to bring you guys your way, knowing that we have the in-car. And every time you guys bring me up for the in-car, you always like how my wheel shakes my whole desk. So it kind of shows how rough the track is. I love it every time I see it. Definitely gets me laughing. But hopefully this season goes well, and I hope I get to talk to you guys some more soon.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Justin, and congratulations again.
Absolutely. You guys have a good one.
You do the same.
You as well. That was the driver of the 21 truck, Justin Carey, coming home third here tonight. Without further ado, it is time, though, to catch up with the 25 machine, a.k.a. White Lightning, Mr. Paul White, who comes home second here tonight. And Paul, you qualified second, you finished second, and boy, in a race that had 12 cautions, I would say you're probably the cleanest truck inside of that top 10.
Yes, sir. Well, actually, I only got a little, the one restart, probably about 2 cautions before the end. There was a bad checkup. I'm sure y'all talked about it.
Oh, yeah.
Stacked the whole field up. That's the only only time I touched anybody. Besides that, yeah, I kept the nose clean, kept the fenders on her, and it's just my goal was to stay up front, and get what I wanted. The long runs was to my favor. I I think I saved tires pretty good, but yeah, man, I kept it clean, stayed up front, raced with a lot of good guys, and then had a good night.
Yeah, speaking of that, the long run was your favorite. You do get a little bit of a consolation prize and you walk away with the fastest lap of the race. Did you feel like you had anything for that 00 on that restart? It looks as though you had to fight a little bit of traffic there that may have got you held up.
Yeah, to be honest with you, when we were coming to get to 2 to go before we did that last final restart, I made a move going into 1. I got to almost side by side. I was to his door, and the caution came out. And when that happened, I was like, this ain't good because I knew I was going to start on the outside. And when we took the green white checkered restart, Dakota was running third, and I had to, I mean, hold her to the floor and just pray to the guys above that she was going to stick, because I knew if Dakota got beside me going down the back straightaway, and coming out of the turn 2 there, it was going to be really tough to even have a shot. And I sailed her off in 3 and 4, and she stuck, but there wasn't enough time left in the race, to get another run like I had. It took, these trucks are so air dependent. I mean, if you get any dirty air, it really affects how you can go in the corners, and that's the thing. So when you shoot it in there, and nose to tail, you're going to wash up. So you got to kind of set them up for a pass, and I didn't have enough time. But it was a hell of a run, man. I had a good night. I redeemed myself from last week. Had a stupid pit mishap last week that kept me from a top 5, but just a good night overall, man. Good racing with good group of guys.
Absolutely. I was going to ask you about that. You're one of those new names. Of course, Zach's going to be one of those newcomers that picks up the checkered flag here tonight, but you're one of the new names that's kind of made the names for themselves just a few weeks in. Does this sort of help that confidence get the ball rolling for the rest of the season?
Absolutely. I'll be honest with you. I looked at the schedule. I feel very confident in every single race we got coming up here as far as qualifying, running. The only one is the road course. I'm a lefty. I turn left. So when it comes to road course, some guys are, those ringers out there, I'm definitely going to be mid-pack on back. I'm sure. Well, I'll say mid-pack. If I finish top 15 on the road course, I would be ecstatic.
Well, Paul, you come home a second here tonight. I believe this is your first podium finish of the season. And as we have you on the podium, is there anybody you'd love to shout out that may have helped you get on the podium, or anybody Jed watching here tonight?
Actually, I finished third in the first race.
Oh yeah, at Daytona, right?
2 podiums. Yeah, and but yeah, as far as shout out, first I want to thank my wife for letting me do this. She puts up with me, to go have fun. Obviously it's late. We're on the East Coast over here, so it's a late night on Tuesday night. She lets me do this, and I just want to thank you guys for putting on the broadcast. RFRL, the league itself, as far as giving us a place to race, and the competitors. I got to say, there's a lot of good guys in here. I want to give a shout out to everybody that I race with. Pretty much everyone around me was very respectful, very clean. So just a shout out to the community and everybody watching.
Well, we appreciate you, Paul, and great run here tonight. Congratulations on your second podium finish of the season.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Paul.
That was the driver of the 2.5, Mr. Paul White. Mr. White, Jacob, I have to say, as long as those list of newcomers that we keep mentioning, he's one of those names that I feel like, with the likes of Lovelace, who we'll speak with in just a second, 2 podiums so far, 3 weeks in. Of course, you talked about the bad luck last week. Paul White could be one of those early favorites down the road.
Yeah, no, for sure. And we'll get Zach in here as well.
And here we go, folks. Speaking with the guy, just a lot that he's going to take from this race. He was the last man standing, survived everything in this race, ran consistently inside the top 10, top 5 most of this race. biggest mover of the race as well, taking home his first checkered flag of the season, our third different winner of the season so far, Mr. Zach Lovelace. And Zach, take us through what was one of the most exciting races we've had so far this season.
It was just hoping that I had a set of tires left at the end. Really got lucky on that. It's a couple weeks in a row that I've gotten lucky on that, but otherwise just staying out of the wrecks and yeah, a lot of luck never hurts.
Luck at a racetrack like Las Vegas never hurts indeed. And Zach, I've mentioned here on the broadcast, a lot of you new names, newcomers, quote unquote, have come into this league and really made yourself known. Here tonight, it just felt like you were able to fend off a lot of pressure from a lot of those quote unquote big dogs throughout this race, but you stayed locked into your strategy. Did you ever waver from that? Seeing as there were so many cautions, there wasn't many long runs in this race, or did you have a plan coming in?
Oh, I mean, I second guess everything. I'll put that out there right now. It was never a sure thing. At one point, I even missed my pit box because I didn't realize how close to the entrance of pit road it was. But with this many cautions, there's a good chance you can get bailed out if you make one or two little mistakes here. Luckily, I got bailed out at the right time. Yeah, I mean, it feels great to run up front with these guys. It's super cool running over here. I'm not big on the truck, if I'm honest. I really like the O'Reilly car, but we don't have this kind of car count over in the O'Reilly, so it's awesome running out here with this many people, and yeah, just get a result like this is amazing.
Yeah, man, you're already in the win column. Last year, we had some guys with one or two wins competing for that championship at the end of the season. So you stay consistent, you lock in. You could be one of those names at the very end that has a shot at that. And before we let you get those victory shout outs, Jacob, anybody or anything for our first time race winner here tonight?
No, Zach, congratulations. I know you have a championship on the line for tomorrow night. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think I'm 6 points back or something like that. It's going to take a little bit of luck again here too, and I might have it all up. But hey, we're sitting second. The worst we're going to be is second in my first season, and it's against a guy like Crosby. So I don't mind losing to him because obviously he's one of the best ones y'all got here. So shout out to him, of course. But yeah, just hoping for a good fight tomorrow, and maybe we'll put something together.
Well, I do know myself and Will, we're going to try our best to get the broadcast going where we actually do commentary for the O'Reilly season. So we'll definitely try and get you a highlight reel going for tomorrow night's championship battle. But then, to answer Will's question, and I'm kind of watching the feed right now. On the YouTube feed, kind of looks like you got a fan club going on. Someone's saying that you can date their daughter and they want you for president. So shout out to those guys for tuning in and cheering you on, buddy.
Yeah, I got a great group of support there. I got a great team, Texas Speed, and the guys over at G-Force who are always backing me up and racing with me. So a huge shout out to them first and foremost because they're the reason I'm here.
Hey, that cheering section, that support, those good vibes definitely paid off for you here tonight. You were feeling the love as Lovelace takes the checkered flag here tonight. Congratulations on your first victory of the season, and good luck tomorrow on your championship hunt. We appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you so much, and I just got to give a quick shout out to John's mom.
All right, shout out to John's mom from our race winner, Zachary Lovelace, our first time winner here in the truck series.
Wait. We can't end the interview on this. John's mom. Who's John's mom? John Crosby's mom?
John Burt, my teammate in the 11.
Oh, okay. I was like, whose mom are we talking about here? Like, come on, give us the tea. But all right, Zach, we'll let you go. But congratulations again, buddy, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Thanks, guys.
That was the driver of the 00, Zach Lovelace, getting his first victory of the season here in Sin City. With 12 cautions here tonight, it was a crazy, chaotic, high-octane, sparks flying, flames flowing, just a crazy style of race. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less. Here in Las Vegas has been a crazy week. Don't forget, folks, we'll be back here at the same racetrack in 2 weeks with the kickoff of season number 4 of those next gens. If you want to stay tuned to that, make sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube page. Also, stay tuned on the RFRL League website. Taking a look here again, a Hard Charger award goes to Zach Lovelace. Most laps led. Jesse Gordon actually surprisingly led 47 laps. I don't know how he did it there, Jacob, but was able to lead 47 laps. Dakota Reader, of course, rolled off on that pole position. 12 cautions on the night. Before we get to those official results, Jacob, any final thoughts on week number 3?
Oh man, that was a lot of cautions. The one thing I did not get to ask the guys that, whenever we did the interview, like ultimately, how the track was feeling, was it, was the track just ultimately making the trucks feel a lot looser than normal? That's why we were having a little bit more cautions than normal. Because, I think, how many did we have? Did we have 12? We had 12?
12, yes, sir. 12.
I mean, that's more than Daytona, and usually Daytona's a wreck fest. So it's just that's the one question I wish I was able to ask the guys before letting them go. But again, it's just a lot of them, for the most part, kept it clean, and then at the same time, it was just simple mistakes. Guys getting pinched into the wall, and then coming down, and then getting guys turned. So I don't think anything was really I was about to use a big word that I don't think I'm properly using it, but egregious, I think. Is that the right word? Will?
Go for it.
I think that's the right word. Anyways, I'm trying to act a lot smarter than what I really am. And that's what I get. But, I don't think anything was intentional from a wreck wise. So
no.
With that being said, I just, a lot of the guys are, they're going to see each other in the hollers, and there might be some fists thrown, but for the most part, it's just chalk it and move on to week 4 at that point.
Absolutely. As we see those rotating results on your screen here, I'll read through them briefly. As Zach Lovelace, Paul White, our top 3, and then our top 10 reads as follows: Jeffrey Goodpaster 4th, Cody Deek 5th, Dakota Reader 6th, Tyler Waltz 7th, Will Weber in that 40 is able to get a top 10, finished in 8th, Keith Vaughn 9th, and Thomas Wynn off to a great start to this season, another top 10 for the wins. Jesse Gordon in the Batmobile finishes 11th. You just saw him on that screen, taking a look at some of those guys who had bad nights there as we wait for it to rotate back through. We'll run through there. Jesse Gordon, Todd Perrant, Victor Etheridge, and then it goes down to the 17th position of Gary Wright. Only 17 trucks finishing on the lead lap there. You see a lot of those big names flash on your screen as well. Brandon Hitton, Jordan Tross, John Crosby all finished the night in the garage. I'd have to say here, Jacob, as we wrap up the night, it was a night of the newcomers, especially with Zach Lovelace, Paul White going 1-2 on the grid. Justin Carey, we've seen him in a few races here, so I wouldn't call him a newbie in any sense, but he comes home 3rd. A very a different top 10 to what we're used to, but that's great. That has been 3 different winners so far here this season. Last season we had back-to-backs. We had 3 wins in a row, sort of the same guys just rotating in and out. Here tonight, those same guys didn't even finish the race. So it has been an incredible start to the season as we head to week number 4. And Jacob, where are we taking this crazy series to next?
We are going to Phoenix Raceway with the open dog leg. Yes, sir.
We are staying in the desert, so get ready for another hot one next week, as we're going to be live here in the Truck Series next Tuesday, 9:40 Eastern Standard Time. But as Jacob mentioned, there are championships on the line this week here in Ratfink. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night. We're going to try our best to go live with that series to give you at least a little bit of coverage of that championship race of the O'Reilly series. It's going to come down to the final race. And just a reminder, folks, we are off on Thursday this week as we get ready for season number 4 of the Next Gens that will kick up here in 2 weeks' time after Memorial Day. That is that new season coming up on June the 4th. That is when that season will kick off, and one heck of a season we have coming around the corner for that as well. But for all of us here at the Ratfink Racing League, we want to send a congratulations out to Zach Lovelace getting his first victory here in this league, going for a championship tomorrow in the O'Reilly series. So could win a race in the trucks and a championship in the O'Reillys. Paul White, Justin Carey, our top three here in a 12 caution race. As we stay in the desert next week, we'll see you then or tomorrow night for that championship race. Tune in at 9:40 Eastern Standard Time for that. For myself, William Tiller, Jacob Williams, lead producer and co-commentator, we want to wish everybody a great night. Thank you for tuning in here tonight on a Tuesday night. We'll see you with the championship on the line tomorrow in the O'Reilly Series. Have a great night. All right, everybody, welcome once again to the Ratfink Racing League on Tuesday night. My name is William Tiller. I am joined up here in the booth by Jacob Williams.
Drivers, start your engine!
All right, boss man, fine hold. Fellas, so have a good day today. Like I said, load all the fans. Thank you guys for coming out here. We got a great crowd today. Everybody listening at home. Leave it all out there. Everybody enjoy the race. Get it all done all day long. Get ready to go. How are you feeling about today, guys? Stay focused, be smart. You guys have been doing a great job out there. Really on the outside. Like for nothing other than that, the rest of the race.
We're short track racing here on a Tuesday night. And we are thundering and lightning into corner number one as this race kicks off officially. Oh no! Big impact to the 6 of Victor Etheridge in the top side. Tonight we are warm and toasty in Homestead, Miami Speedway, the 305. Ooh, you see damage and scrape that topside wall. It's time to go racing once again in the Ratfink Racing League as George Ross in the 79 takes us into corner number one. Action starting to pick up here off of 2. Oh my goodness, as the machine comes off of 2. It's time for the Tuesday night Ratfink Racing League.